We have the HSC-60, which is a 5-ton unit, which is 60,000 BTUs. It does a standard of probably about 2,000 square feet. And it comes with the 16-inch exhaust flange, which gets installed up here on the top with your exhaust. So up here on top, you'll see you have 6 empty hoses with no screws in it. And we have 6 hoses on your flange. You just line this directly up to it, put it right directly over the hose, and it comes with the screws with the flange where to screw it down on all 6 hoses there. And that will seal your flange down to the top of the unit for the hot exhaust air to come up. And it also comes with 2 8-inch nozzles. Here's the 8-inch nozzles with the duct base plate here, which this is removable. So a lot of times for transportation, it's a twist and lock. You just pull this off and the duct base will stay on the unit. But also you got to remember, when you're putting it, it has up and it has down. You want to make sure the up is up and the down is down, so the hose will match up. If this is not correctly done, the hose will not match up. And then also this unit comes with a already installed condensation pump, which is right inside this area here, and here's your connection here. So you'll have your 25-foot hose inside the nozzles here when you receive it, when you take it out of the box. You'll have this, and then also inside here in a baggie is your handles and screws to hold the handles to the back of the unit. With this condensation hose, it would actually slip right over this brass fitting here, and it has barbs on it, so all you have to do is make sure you push it all the way in, and once it's in, it will not pull out. And then also here next to that water outlet for your pump, you have a purge button, and that purge button is for if you're going to transport this unit from location to location. You don't want the water splashing out of the pump because they may still have water in there, so you can purge the water out. But also for storage reasons, if you're up north where it gets really cold and stuff, you can purge all the water out of your condensation pump so it won't crack the plastic tank that the water is stored in. Also, on this side you have your condenser filter, which is easily removable, and then there's your coils. Depending on the environment that you have this unit in, you want to make sure you keep this filters clean and the coils clean, but you always want to use a light brush with compressed air on your coils because you can damage them. And then also the same thing on your filter. This is a reusable filter. Get a light brush, compress air, and clean it out, and that's all you got to do with that. I don't really recommend using any kind of chemicals or water because this is an indoor unit. And then on the opposite side of it, you have your evaporator coil, which is basically the same concept as your condenser coil, where it comes right on out. Same way of cleaning it, light brush, soft brush with compressed air. Ports here for your low pressure and high pressure. If you ever so happen need to check your Freon, you have easy access there instead of having to go into the unit. And then you also have an access door here. And here's our access door, which is basically what we call the brains of the unit. You'll have your main PC board, fuse, your breaker, your capacitors, contactors, overload relays, and this is where you would come in through this hole here and up to this to hook up for power when you hardwire the unit in. All 4 wheels are lockable, so it's an easy deal. You just step on it and it locks the wheels. All 4 of them are exactly the same. And then here you have your controls. You have your power button. You have your up and down arrows to where you change the temperatures up and down. and they also serve for other purposes, which I'll show you here in a minute. Here's what I call a sprocket, but it's a mode symbol, and then you have your timer button. So basically, when you turn on the unit, when you turn it on here, and then if you want to change it to dehue or just fan, you hit this button. But if you go and hit it again to go back to cool, there'll be a 3 to 5 minute delay, but everything will turn back on. And on this unit, you'll have room cooling and spot cooling. Spot cooling basically gives you the temperature that is right here, basically at your EVAP coil, so your temperature will satisfy a lot quicker. If you have it on room cooling, it gets you the temperature from the whole room. For like instance, right now it's 79 degrees in the area that we are in. When you have it on room cooling, you have your choice on economy mode or not economy mode. When it's on economy mode, once the temperature, your set temperature, if your room temperature meets your set temperature, on economy mode, everything will turn off just like a central air does in a house. If it's not on economy mode, but on room temperature, once the room temperature meets the set temperature, the compressor turns off, but your fan will continue to run non-stop 24 hours a day. So you have your options on that. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And then right here, I want to lower the temperature. So the lowest will go down to 64 degrees. If I want to change it from cooling to dehue, now we're in dehue mode. It's showing the room temperature with the line going around in circles. And then if I want to change it to just fan only, so there's dehue, and then there's fan, which does the same thing. It just goes in circles, but this symbol right here shows just a fan. So now it's back to air conditioning, AC mode, which will take 3 to 5 minutes, and the compressor will turn back on. So if you want to put this unit on economy mode, so that's once the set temperature or the room temperature meets the set temperature, you basically hold the up arrow down for 3 to 5 seconds, and then you'll have an eco little symbol over here on your far right that shows now it's on economy mode. And then if you hold the little mode sprocket symbol and the up arrow for 3 to 5 seconds, now it's no longer in room mode, it's on spot cooling. So change it back, you hold the 2 buttons again, and now you're back on room cooling. If you hold the up and down arrow buttons at the same time, it takes you to Celsius degrees. And you hold these 2 again, takes you back to Fahrenheit. So, and up here, here's your little arrows, here's your symbols up here. The first one's a snowflake for the compressor's on. The next one is a triangle with the exclamation point for your air light. And then right next to it is like a water droplet for when your tank is full, and you'll have an error code show up, a display on your front screen. And basically this control will work on all of our units. The only one that would be a little different is the ones that have heat on it. You'll have a little heater symbol, but everything else will run exactly the same.